Hi everybody, Elise here, and welcome back to Soul Blossom. Today we are going to be talking about plastic and how our society today is using obviously way too much plastic. We have it everywhere. We use it for everything. And it's hiding in things we don't even realize. There's plastic in our chewing gum. There's plastic in your receipt at the grocery store. There's BPA in your receipt. There's plastic hiding everywhere. And you might think to yourself, what's the big deal? Can't we just recycle it? Is it that big a deal? But the answer is yes, it is. You can recycle plastic, but it takes so long to break down. It takes thousands of years for plastic to break down, and it never biodegrades completely. It will always be on our planet. So the more plastic we create, the more is just going to forever linger on our planet. Plastic also leaches into our food from the products we use, and it causes disease, causes cancer. We just want to figure out different ways that we can eliminate it altogether. So today we're going to talk about some alternatives for the products that we use every day. So let's go check it out. Something that I never used to think about before, but actually uses a lot of plastic, is my laundry detergent. And I used to get the big jug, and it was a huge amount of plastic waste until I realized that they sell them in cardboard. There are some great recipes for making your own, which is just as good, and I might consider doing that soon, and if we do, we'll make a video about that in the future. Okay, the next one is really easy if you ask me. You can replace your plastic utensils for cooking with wooden or stainless steel. And this makes a lot of sense because you're putting this item right in your food as it's cooking, it's heating up the utensil, and you don't want that plastic leaching into your food, your soups, your stews. So this is an easy fix. They're fairly cheap, and I think they're actually a lot prettier too. Another thing we can consider is our soap. Oftentimes we buy numerous soap dispensers. We go through a lot of plastic that way when we could just buy the bar soap, which is just as good. And actually, this bar soap actually comes in a recycled paper, and it's a Castile soap, and so you can use it for your dishes, your hair, your body, many numerous things. It's a really great substitute. Another thing to think about is the plastic bag use when we're shopping. And I know a lot of people have made the change over to reusable bags, which is great. And in our city that we live in, they've actually eliminated plastic bags. So you have to bring your own or use a paper bag, which is awesome. And I hope that all the cities around the country are going to do this soon. But it's just easy to just keep a bag in your car, bring one in your bag. You can do anything. It's just an easy thing to do to eliminate the plastic. And I just want to show you because I love this. My mother hand knit this one. I love this bag. It's so cute. And I will be using this constantly. I love handmade items, and they just make you feel good too. So something we want to avoid completely, if we can, is plastic wrap. It's very convenient. We love it. We love plastic wrap. It works for everything, for wrapping up our leftovers, covering anything in the fridge. Something they recently came out with is it's like a wax material that kind of molds with the warmth of your hands, and you can cover any items that you don't have a lid for with that, or you could just use your regular Tupperware that's made of glass, or Corningware, or anything that has a lid in your refrigerator. And when I go to work, I try to get creative. They do have those bags that are made of different materials that aren't plastic to carry your snacks, but I already have some jars, some leftover baby food jars, and I just use that and put my seeds and my nuts and my chocolate chips and anything that I want to take with me to work. And it's just fun to get creative with what you have and try to reuse what you have. I think this next one is fairly simple also. When you go to the store and you buy your groceries, you can think about looking for the items that are sold in glass instead of plastic. And I feel like it's better because you can reuse them when you're done. So when I'm done using this coconut oil, I can just clean the jar and put something else in it, store my beans or anything else in it. And also you can recycle it if you have to, and glass is recyclable, so that's a great alternative. One of the craziest ways that we waste plastic is when, this one's for the ladies, when we get our period and we use pads and tampons. And it's an enormous amount of plastic that we use on this planet for that. And so something that you can do instead is you can use cloth pads, or what I prefer is the menstrual cup. This is brand new, never been used. This is one of the best alternatives. You will buy it one time, you won't have to buy it again for a very, very, very long time. You save money on a monthly basis, not having to buy all those pads and tampons. It's more efficient, it's healthier, and it's better in general. So I just highly recommend it. Look into it, find out how to use it, and if you talk to anybody that's used these, you will hear like they rave about it. It's just a wonderful alternative. Okay, another one that we need to completely eliminate is the plastic bottle use. We do not need this for our water. We can just get reusable bottles. It saves you so much money to buy a reusable bottle, and also you can just use the tap water, or a filtered tap water, which is just as healthy. We just fill it up at work. Grab your reusable bottle, fill it up, and you're saving tons of money, tons of waste. You're saving tons of waste, and it actually tastes better too, not to be drinking out of it. This one is made of glass and stainless steel, which is really wonderful. So it's worth the investment. So another thing people don't often think about is their toothbrush. And in America, we throw away about 1 billion toothbrushes every year, and that makes up about 50 million pounds of waste. So that's kind of ridiculous. So something we could do is substitute our plastic toothbrush with a bamboo toothbrush. And I feel like these are so beautiful, and I actually just got this one, and it feels really good when you're using it. I think maybe it's not for everybody, but I feel like it feels very smooth. The bristles are very soft, and I think they're really pretty. I feel like everything bamboo is very pretty, but it's something to consider, or to consider using a reusable electric toothbrush, which also will cut down on the waste because you're not replacing the whole item every single time you buy a toothbrush. Another thing you can do is throw some utensils in your bag and your purse, or take it with you on the go. It's very easy to use the cutlery at the restaurants and at your workplace that are made of plastic, but it would save a huge amount of waste if we just threw something like some chopsticks and some silverware, and we could wrap it up in a cloth napkin or something like that, and just have that be what we use at work. Well, everybody, thank you so much for listening. That was our list of alternatives and our substitutes for plastic items. We will link them in the description box below, so you can go through it and see if you can make some of these changes for yourself. You can write them down, make the changes slowly if you want, and do whatever you can to make these habits stick over time. Sometimes it takes a little time to get used to these things, but in the long run, it's so worth it. And actually, it makes the quality of life improved to use these nicer versions of what we were already using. We'd like to thank you again for sharing and subscribing, and for all the likes. And we hope that we can get more subscribers, because we really want to get this word out. And so thank you so much, everybody. We love you, and until next time.